Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic is controlled access. This is also one of the type of protocol. Okay, this will becomes under media access control. Okay, so here in this in this controlled access, again it is going to use for three methods or three topics. One is reservation, second one is pooling, and third one is token management system. Okay, so we will see in this video everything in detail. Yes, now what is the definition of the controlled access? See, the controlled access, which is nothing but a device or a station, okay, it is giving the authorization to send the data from one to another. For example, I am a device A, okay, my opposite person, okay, he or she is a device B, okay. Whenever I want to send the data or whenever I want to communicate to somebody else, okay, first I have to take the permission, first I have to take the authorization to opposite person, okay. Once they have given the authorization or once they have given the permission to me, then only I can able to speak, or then only I can I can able to text to that opposite person. So here the controlled access, it is going to access the permission, okay, it is going to ask the permission to other device, okay. Once they have given the permission, okay, to send the data, so they can able to do the transaction from one to another. So during that time, what it will happen, either a second is a second system, or either it may be like opposite system or opposite device or opposite person, okay, it should be a completely controlled with a device, okay. So this is what the controlled access means. It is going to checking whether the station has whether the station, okay, it is going to give the rights to send the data from one device to another device. This is the definition of the controlled access. And this controlled access, they are going to use for three method. One is reservation, and second one is pooling, and third one is token passing. Then what is the reservation? See, the reservations, which is nothing but here the each station needs to make the reservation before sending the data. So which is nothing but, excuse me, for example, so we are going to booking the seats in railway, in the, in the railway station, or it may be a bus, okay, or it may be a airlines, okay. Here we are going to reserving our seats, okay, whenever we are going to traveling from one place to another place, okay, we are going to do for the reservation, okay. Why? Because, okay, whenever we have to move from one day or one place to another place, okay, we have to reserve our seat, because that particular seats, okay, other person or anybody, they cannot access my place or my seat. So like that, here whenever, okay, they want to send the data, okay, they want to send the data from one device to another device, okay, before it is going to make the reservations, okay. So once they have done the reservations, only that particular time, okay, only that particular time, that particular station or the particular device only they have to make the transactions. So this is what the reservation. Here the reservation, okay, the time, okay, we are going to divide it into time slot, okay, the time slot, which is nothing but time intervals, okay. So within that, they have to send the data and they have to receive the acknowledgement. Here the n number of data, okay, there is no any limitations of these reservations, okay. Here we are we have n number of stations, so that n number of stations also, okay, they can do the reservations in the same time, okay, the particular time, okay, they have to reserve the slots. Based on that slot, they have to send the frames. So this is what the complete informations of the reservation. Then what is the pooling? See, the pooling, which is nothing but it is going to design for this pooling, okay, they are going to design the each station, they are going to design as the primary as well as the secondary. Here the whatever the data, okay, we are going to sending and receiving, okay, that this will be happens between the primary device as well as the secondary device. So the primary device, okay, it's have the author like controls for the secondary device. Okay, the secondary device, okay, these all are the followers of the primary device. And here we are going to use for the two functions in the pooling. Okay, here we are going to use for the two functions. One is select function and second one is poll function. So in out of these two functions, now I am going to explain about the select function. What is the select function? You look at this diagram here, like one side will be primary device, another side will be a secondary device. The secondary device, okay, here we are going to take as the device A and device B. So these two we are going to call it as the secondary device. So the total control will be a primary device. Okay, so the secondary device, it is going to followed by the primary device. So based on the primary data, the secondary device, it is going to act here. And you like whenever we are going to look at the diagram, the first of all we are going to like use for the select label. Okay, the select label, which is nothing but the primary device, okay, whenever it is going to sending the data to secondary device, first it is going to select the like it is going to like use the select function. So it is going to select the destination address. Means the select function here, it is going to checking the destination address. Okay, if the destination is available, okay, then only it is going to send the acknowledgement back to the primary device. Yes, I got the destination address of the receiver. So once the destination address will be got, then only we can able to send the data to that particular device. If it is not, suppose, okay, if it is not able to get the like destination address at the receiver side, okay, so during that time we are not able to do the transaction, or we are unable to exchanging the data from one device to another device. This is the concept of the select function. I'll repeat the select function. The select function, okay, initially they are going to selecting the destination address of the device of the secondary device. Okay, once the destination address will be given, or once the destination address will be got, then only we can send the acknowledgement to the primary device. Yes, I have the I have selected the destination address like so and so device at the destination side. So then only we can able to do the transactions. Okay, so there after that, okay, once the data will be reached to the secondary device, so again they are going to send the acknowledgement back to the sender. Yes, I got the request, or I got the input from your primary device. Like that, it is going to send the acknowledgement to the primary from the secondary device. So this is what the select function. If it is not able to get the destination address, we are not able to do the transactions. The next one is, what is the poll function? Okay, here the poll functions, like I told, whenever like the primary wants to receive the data, okay, whenever the primary wants to receive the data, okay, it is going to like select the secondary if they have any if they have anything to send to poll functions. Okay, so here you look at this diagram. Here one side primary is there, and second, like other side will be a device as well as the B device as the secondary device. Whenever the primary station wants to send the data, they are going to fetching the poll function first. Okay, the poll function, it is going to checking the device, okay, whether the device, okay, it's having the whether the device, okay, it is free or not. Okay, so if the device, okay, it doesn't have any data to send the data to the primary. Okay, I am repeating once again, the primary device, okay, first it is going to checking the first it is going to like using the poll function. The poll function here, what it will do means, okay, first it is initially it is going to checking the A device whether the device A having any data to do the transaction. If it is doesn't have any data to send the to send the that respective device A data to the primary device, so it doesn't have any data, so it is going to send the negative acknowledgement. I don't have any data to transaction with you, like that they are going to sending negative acknowledgement. That is what NAK. Again the second attempt, again the primary device, again it is going to sending the poll function to check the other device of the secondary device. Okay, the other device will be a B device of the secondary station. It's having any data or not. Okay, so the station B wants to send the data to primary device. Okay, because the station B wants to communicate to primary device or primary station. Okay, so it's have the data, so that they are going to sending the data to the primary station. Once the data it is going to receive from the station B to the primary station, the primary station it is going to send the acknowledgement to the secondary station of the B station. Yes, I receive your data, like that. This is the this is what happened in the poll function. Then what is the major difference between the select as well as the poll function in the pooling method? The select function is initially the primary device. Okay, they are going to use for the select function to select the destination address. Okay, which is nothing but secondary station of the address. Once the secondary station of the address, okay, they got it or they have selected, then only they can able to do the transactions. Okay, based on the address they can able to send the data from primary to secondary. Okay, once they are going to receive the data at the secondary device, they are going to send back the acknowledgement to the primary station. This is what the select function. And the poll function, the poll function initially, okay, the primary station they are going to checking the by using the poll function, they are going to checking the each and every device of the secondary station whether the A device wants to communicate to B primary station, or it is having any data to send to primary station. If it doesn't have any data, they are going to sending the negative acknowledgement to the primary station. Suppose it's have the data, okay, it's have the data, they are going to send that particular request to the primary station. So if once the data it is going to reach to the primary station, the primary station it is going to send the acknowledgement back to the respective device of the secondary device. This is what the poll method, okay, they are going to happens in the pooling function. The next one is what is the token passing. The token passing, which is nothing but here like the every stations, okay, like the multiple stations they are going to formed in one of the network. Here all the stations are, okay, they are going to arranged in the form of logical ring. Okay, so here they are going to like works on two things. One is predecessor and successor. Okay, the predecessors, which is nothing but, excuse me, see the predecessor which is nothing but, okay, whenever, okay, we are going to passing the data, okay, from from current station to the right station, means like whenever, okay, we are going to passing the data in the right path. Okay, that is what the predecessor. Okay, then what is the successor? The successor, which is nothing but, okay, we are going to like we are going to like release the resources from the one device to another device for successfully. That is what the successor. So here in the token token system, here we are going to use for the four types of the topology, that is physical ring and dual ring as well as the bus topology and star rings. So this four rings like we are going to classified in the token management or token ring. The physical ring, okay, here there are like four stations are, okay, interlinked to the in the circular motion. Okay, whenever the A wants to send to B, or like station 2, the station 2 send to station 3, like that, station 3 to 4, again 4 to 1, like that. Okay, each and every data, okay, they are going to circulating in the circular motion, or it is a ring format here. If one station, okay, got fails, the entire system will be a goes down. And come to the dual ring. The dual ring here, they have given two outer links. Okay, they have given two links. So one will be interlink and another will be outer link. The outer link we are going to call it as the, okay, organelle link. Okay, here the what it will happen for the organelle link. So before that organelle link, I am telling the internal link. Okay, see the internal link, whenever, okay, the each station wants to communicate with one to one. Okay, which station wants to communicate for one to one, okay, the data will be passes through like ring format, okay, or it is circular format. Here you people can notice here like the link will be a direction will be two ways, okay. One will be a clockwise, another will be anti-clockwise, okay. The clockwise clockwise link will be a inner link, and like anti-clockwise link will be a outer link. I told the outer link will be a or like orthogonal ring. So why, like what it will happen means, okay, like whenever the internal link will gets fail, okay, the internal link, okay, gets failed, the outer link the like outer null link, okay, it is going to help for carrying the data throughout the network. So this is what the real dual ring. Then whenever the bus ring, okay, the bus ring which is nothing but here we are going to use for the only one cable channel, okay, the like the single channel, okay, we are going to call it as the bus, okay, like the yeah, see actually bus is a like a collection of wires, we call it as a bus, but whenever we are going to call discuss about the data communication, okay, the single channel, okay, the like the single wire, okay, here the multiple stations are interlinked to each other. So if the like the channel will be goes down, okay, the entire system will be goes down. Why? Because the single channel, okay, they are going to interconnected with all the stations, so that here the particular bus cable or the like bus channel here work as one of the backbone of the network, okay. Every data, okay, each and every data, okay, they are going to carry in the that particular channel. Then when we come to the star topology, the star topology here we are going to use for the hub is one of the centralized device. Hub here, okay, one of the centralized device, okay. Here what it will happen for like this hub, okay, it is going to like control all the systems, okay. It is going to control all four stations or four systems, okay. Whenever the each station wants to communicate to other station, actually initially, okay, the request will be like sent to hub, okay, through hub only, okay, they are going to sending that particular request to another system, okay, like that, okay. They are going to again they are going to receive the acknowledgement, or again they are going to receive the reply back the particular system to sender system. So everything will be managed to the hub, okay. So this is what the direction is giving, that okay, the like giving to hub, again like take back to the from hub to that particular station. So here the hub will be goes down, the entire system here goes down. So this is what the complete informations about the controlled access. Thank you.